There are two distinct manufacturing environments: the production line or flow line and the job shop manufacturing environment.
The production line, because of its synchronous nature, is very well suited to a push environment, although there are many examples of customer-specific items being produced in a production line.
The job shop, on the other hand, is more disjointed because of the type of products being produced, and one could therefore assume that only a push system is used. But a job shop can also be customer order driven and therefore use a pull mentality.
Therefore, push and pull systems can work in either environment, a job shop or a production line. However, for a production facility to run smoothly, there needs to be plenty of data collected throughout the manufacturing processes.
This data is used to manage performance and to find ways of improvement.
So, what's the difference between these two environments?
A job shop is a factory which is determined by the layout of the machinery and the steps that a job will follow through the factory floor. Some of the characteristics of job shops include a work center, which consists of similar types of machines such as drilling and has people who are skilled to perform those activities. The semi-finished product moves from work center to work center as the final product gets made. A unique setup operation is often needed for each different product being produced, such as the drilling machine needing a different size bit. Material is issued directly to the work center, making scheduling an extremely important activity. A work center can work on many different end products in a single day. A job shop can produce a large variety of products, but in smaller batches.
A production line or flow line, on the other hand, is a production facility which is set up to follow a specific sequence and to be continuously producing. Many products are produced in a production flow facility. However, it is unusual to have a vast range of products produced on the same production line. For example, in a repetitive production line, the facility runs 24/7 and produces the same products continuously. A good example is a paper towel and toilet paper production facility. Another type of production line is a repetitive batch production line. Confectionery and baked goods are a good example of goods produced in this facility.
An oil refinery produces a continuous flow of oil, as does a chemical plant. These operations are known as process manufacturing facilities. Another form of production line is the assembly line. Motor manufacturers use this approach to produce vehicles. For an assembly line to run efficiently, the components must be available at the point of use exactly when they are needed.
Production lines make extensive use of Kanbans to manage the issuing of materials to production. Because they are engineered to produce only one product at a time, adding new products to a production line means a complete redesign of the production line, so this does not often happen.
Due to the continuous nature of production flow environments, a push system is most often used. This means that goods are produced to meet a forecast rather than a specific customer order. For many fast-moving consumer goods, such as personal hygiene products, it is impossible to know what the customer will purchase, making a forecast the best way to determine the demand. However, an example of a production line which does use the pull mentality is the motor vehicle assembly line. Even though there is continuous production, each vehicle can be produced based on specific customer demands, such as seat cover options, types of wheels, sky roofs, etc.
All production facilities require materials to be issued to keep the production efficient. However, problems can sometimes arise.
The incorrect raw materials are issued to the production line. Material cannot be issued because there is insufficient of the necessary materials.
Materials may be damaged in the production facility. The bill of materials may be incorrect.
Some of the wasteful elements of production are scrap, rework, and yield. When materials are damaged during the production process, this is known as scrap. Excess and cut-offs are also scrap materials. Rework is the result of poor quality or processes. To complete the job, an activity must be redone, which often requires additional materials. Yield refers to losses which are anticipated due to the nature of the materials. Examples are evaporation and shrinking.
Everything that happens in the manufacturing environment must be recorded. The data obtained through this record keeping is used to improve processes, monitor progress, monitor inventory usage, monitor resources and capacity, and reduce lead times.
Methods for collecting data will vary depending on the manufacturing environment. Typical methods are manual recording of movements and material usage,
Personal contact and meetings, making use of visual signals, and automated data collection systems.
Without the collection of actual events which take place on the factory floor, the production scheduler is essentially acting blind.
Knowing the progress of each product in the factory, what resources are being used and what capacity is still available, as well as the material usage, are important information needed to make good decisions.
There are no hard and fast rules for which production environment to use. Each business will choose the environment most suited to their product range and the equipment available to them.